I made this flare skirt as a beginner. If elastic bands confuses you, this is easy. No zipper, no stress. I'll show you every step. So I brought in this piece of paper that I'll be using as an illustration. This is how you're going to fold your fabric, using the edge to come inside a little bit. And on the tip of the paper, that's where you're going to take your waist measurements. Your waist divided into 4 plus your sewing allowance. Then you make a straight line around that side, just like this. Afterwards, you go ahead to take the length of your skirt, how long you want it to be. Then go ahead to make a point how long you want your skirt to be, noting that the tip of your tape must be on that waistline which you did at first, not moving the tip of your tape from that particular line, just like this. Afterwards, make a straight line, joining all the points together. Then you go ahead to cut it out. So after cutting, this is how it's looking like when I open it. So I went ahead to do the same thing for the other side, which is my back piece. Placed my front piece on the back piece and then I traced it and cut it out. That was how I got the pattern for the flare. And look guys, this is how it's going to look like when you're done cutting it. So I went ahead to cut it on my fabric. So joining this piece is very easy. I'll go ahead to my sewing machine and I will use 1/2 inch to join this side, and I'll also go ahead to join the other side using 1/2 inch. Always remember that while sewing on your fabric is the right side facing each other, and that you're sewing on the wrong side and not the right side. So I've gone ahead to stitch it down using 1/2 inch, and this is how it's looking after I finish sewing it. So I went ahead to bring in this piece. This is what I'm going to be using for my waistband. Folded into 4, it gave me 17 inches, but folded into 2, it gave me 34 inches. So I went ahead to give it a good press so it stays in place. Now I'm going to be joining the 2 sides together using 1/2 inch. So this is what you're going to do. You place the right sides facing each other, and then you take it to your sewing machine, and then you're going to sew just the way I'm going to describe it now. If you're not going to sew it like this, it's going to be a little bit difficult, so just follow the steps. This point here where I'm going to place my pins, that's the place that I'm going to leave for the opening. I left 1/2 inch opening, so I'm not going to sew around that part where the pin is. I'm going to sew from here to here, and then I'll sew from here to here, leaving that space in between. And this is what it's looking like after I finish sewing it. You can see that opening I left there. That's where the straps are going to pass through. Moving on, I made sure I opened the seams just like this, and then I'll fold them in just like this. Then I'll bring in my skirt and I'll make a notch at the midpoint of my skirt. After making the notch, I went ahead to bring in the waistband. I'm going to be placing that center where there is an opening. I'm going to place it on the part where I notched. Just look at the way I'm going to do it. After doing it so, I went ahead to pin it down. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine. I'll sew it 1/2 inch round. I'm using 1/2 inch to sew it round. Then when I get to a point, I'm going to leave this opening here, just like this. I'm not going to sew that part. I'll leave it open. This is how it looks like after I finish sewing. And look here, the place where I left, where I did not sew, is open. That's where I'm going to pass my elastic through. So this is my elastic. I measured it. It's supposed to be exactly my waist measurement, but I removed 1 inch from it. I'm going to be using 26. An easy trick of passing an elastic is using a safety pin. I'll pass my safety pin through my elastic, and then I will use that safety pin to pass it through the elastic casing. After passing it through, I'll bring in the 2 edges and I'm going to stitch it down just like this. So I'm done stitching and this is how it looks like. So now I'm going to fix everything inside, then I'll sew close that part where I passed through the elastic. I'll sew that close. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double stitch the elastic on top of the fabric, just like this that you're going to see me do it. I'm going to show you every step. So what I'll do is that I'm going to stitch on top using 1/2 inch to stitch the top. Then I'll drag the elastic. As I'm sewing, I'm dragging. As I'm sewing it, I'm also dragging it. As you're dragging, you're sewing just like this. Then again, still on top of the elastic, the waistband, you give 1/2 inch space and then you continue dragging and sewing. This is how it looks like, guys. After I finish sewing, this is how it is looking like. So the next thing I'll do is I'll bring my strap and then my safety pin, which is an easy way to pass it through the skirt, the waistband. So from this little opening here at the midpoint, I used my safety pin to pass through the straps. So that's it, guys. Look at how it's looking after I finish passing the straps through the waistband. You can adjust it, make it any size you want, and this is looking so beautiful. So thank you for watching. If you're new to my YouTube channel, you're welcome. In this channel we post weekly videos of how to sew things that are beginner friendly. So if that's what you're looking to do, then you should hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload a new video on the channel. So thanks for watching. Bye.